Okay, what in the actual shit? The Tales of the Underworld is finally here. So we got a trailer today at about 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what the heck is this? Tales of the Underworld. So if you know me, if you've seen some things on my channel, I've talked of Tales of the Bounty Hunters, Tales of the Droids, Tales of the Sith. Right now, we are getting Tales of the Underworld, and that falls under line of Tales of the Bounty Hunter into a sense. So we're getting a backstory of Duros with Cad Bane, kind of showing his upbringing and basically what it's like for him and his peoples. And it seems like we're going to get some of those first steps into kind of seeing where the bounty hunter life came to him and that choice that he decided to go down. And Nika Futterman did come out and say that we're going to get a lot of Asajj Ventress, but we're going to get it in 3 moderations. And I feel like this is the second one. So of course we did see her in Bad Batch, you know, things in Dark Disciple. She died, but obviously she's back and she's well alive. So she seems to be guarding a young force sensitive child, and it seems like he has a lightsaber, of course. An Inquisitor is coming after them. So what does this lead to? Of course, this is music to my ears. We might be getting Quinlan Vos finally, and this would only tie in her aspects in Dark Disciple, and this could actually give us some insight on how she survived the events of Dark Disciple. And if we're to go back and talk about Cad Bane, it seems that his friend is kind of like the marshal of the town that they're in, and they kind of go head to head. So this could be really tough for the character of Cad Bane. And obviously, you know, we kind of know of him as like a villain side of a bounty hunter. You know, he's very tactical, he's very smart, and arguably one of the best bounty hunters we've ever seen in Star Wars. So this is going to be really cool to see, you know, what was the start for him. And that was something I did notice, was his face looked a little younger, it looked a little more smoothed out. So maybe this could be, you know, events during maybe Phantom Menace or years before that. But it's going to be very interesting to see him go against another Duros. You know, some things with Thrawn and the Chiss, you know, he's very for his people. So this could be one of those things where we see Cad Bane maybe having some conflictions with his own species. Maybe they need to stick together, but this is just a good story and we'll see it soon. Back to Asajj Ventress, the yellow lightsaber is back in action. So of course this is going to be events after the Bad Batch season 3. So this is going to be during the time of the Empire. Obviously we see another Inquisitor, which I have never seen before. So in all honesty, I think this is going to lead to the path. I really think this is going to be the precursor going in to seeing what happens during the events of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where they are smuggling a lot of the force sensitive children and families to keep them hidden from the Empire. And like I said, this is music to my ears. I need Quinlan Vos. That is just fan service for me. It's something I want. But at the same time, we're getting Asajj Ventress back, and I think this is going to be a really good thing for her character dynamic. She does talk about how she was a trained assassin by Count Dooku. She wants to throw that away and she wants to better herself and live up to a greater cause. Obviously, right then and there, this is going to be a great story for Asajj Ventress, and I think they're going to execute it pretty well. And shout out to Andy from the Galactic Core podcast. We did talk a little bit, and we're talking about how this could very well be the best Tales of series. You know, Tales of the Jedi was phenomenal. We got Ahsoka and a Jedi Count Dooku, very amazing. And then we got Tales of the Empire, which followed the steps of Morgan Elsbeth and her times on Dathomir. And then we also got Barriss Offee, and for me, I'm not too big on Barriss Offee. I didn't really understand her hype as a character, but she got to live on and we got to see how that all played out for her. Tales of the Underworld, what in the world? Seeing the first character in the trailer, I was like, ooh, are we gonna get Asajj Ventress and Boba Fett? But then once we saw that one figure walk in with the boots on, you already know that's Cad Bane. So I'm very excited for this. I think these are 2 great characters in Star Wars, and I think we're gonna get some backstory, and this is what we all want as Star Wars fans. So if you haven't already, I'll drop the link down to the trailer down below, so make sure you go check that out. We do have some more lore, theories, Funko, and also some new Lego videos here on the channel, so make sure you go check those out. Drop a subscribe, drop a like, helps the algorithm out here. And with that being said, we got Tales of the Underworld, guys, so make sure you go check that out. Let's get the hype up. It's not even May 4th yet, and we already got so much news. It's April, month of Andor, month of Star Wars Celebration Japan. There's so much going on, so make sure you guys go check all of that out. We'll see you in the next video. Clan Brandalorian, I'm out.